Have you ever gone to bed at a decent hour, stayed under the covers for a full 8 hours, and still woke up feeling like you hadn't slept at all? Your body feels heavy, your mind is foggy, and before you've even had your coffee, you're already exhausted, like you're starting the day running on empty. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, it's something I hear from so many women and men over 60, 70, even 80. They say the same thing: I'm always tired, but I don't know why. And here's the worst part. When we finally bring it up, we're often brushed off. It's just part of aging. You're not as young as you used to be, or worse. You should be grateful you're still up and walking. But deep down, you know something isn't right. This isn't just regular tiredness. It's the kind of fatigue that steals your joy, blurs your thoughts, and makes everyday things, like going for a walk, cooking dinner, or even enjoying time with family, feel like a chore. And no one seems to be giving you real answers. That's exactly why we need to talk about this. Because constant exhaustion isn't just a side effect of getting older. It's a signal from your body that something deeper is going on. It could be hidden nutrient deficiencies. It could be a hormone crash no one warned you about after menopause. It could be blood sugar dips, medication side effects, or even emotional burnout. These things don't always show up in blood work. And most doctors, especially the ones who don't specialize in aging, won't take the time to look closer. But you deserve answers, and you deserve to feel like yourself again, alert, steady, and alive. So in today's video, we're going to gently uncover the 6 hidden reasons why you might be tired all the time. Not guesses, not fluff, just honest insight that can help you take back control of your body one step at a time. And hey, if you've ever felt like your fatigue is being ignored, or if you're trying to understand what your body's going through after 60, you are in the right place. This channel was made for you, so before we dive in, take a second to click that subscribe button. We share weekly content about health, energy, sleep, nutrition, and emotional well-being, all designed for older adults who want to live fully and age with strength. Let's get started. Because this might just be the video that changes the way you feel, not just today, but every day moving forward. Part 1, the silent hormone crash after menopause. Let's start with something deeply personal, something almost every older woman experiences, but very few ever talk about. After menopause, many of us expect the hot flashes, the night sweats, maybe a little moodiness. We're told it's a transition, and that eventually things will settle down. But what no one warns us about is what happens after. Years go by and something starts to shift. Not all at once, but little by little. You feel like you've become a dimmer version of yourself. You forget why you walked into a room. You stare at a familiar face, just for a second too long, trying to remember their name. You lie in bed for hours, your body begging for rest, but sleep never fully comes. And then there's the fatigue, that deep in your bones tiredness. You're not just tired, you're weary. Even folding laundry or going to the grocery store feels like climbing a hill. You wondered, is this just aging, or is something else going on inside me? Here's the truth, it's not just in your head. After menopause, your body's levels of estrogen and progesterone don't just drop. They often fall to almost nothing. And these hormones do far more than control your periods. Estrogen supports your brain, your memory, your focus, even how your body uses blood sugar for energy. Progesterone soothes your nervous system. It helps you fall asleep, stay asleep, and feel emotionally steady. When those levels disappear, it's like someone turned off the power to vital parts of your body and mind. You feel slower, heavier, foggier, and worst of all, you might blame yourself. But you're not broken, and you're certainly not lazy. You're simply running on less of the fuel your body used to rely on every single day. What makes this even harder? Most doctors don't bring it up. They chalk it up to getting older or being stressed. They rarely ask about hormone levels or suggest solutions because they've been taught to overlook it. But you don't have to. Some women find real relief with bioidentical hormone therapy, a more natural approach to restoring balance. Others benefit from gentle adrenal support, better sleep hygiene, or supplements designed specifically for women after menopause. The key is you deserve to know what's happening inside your own body. You deserve real answers, not empty reassurance. So if you've been feeling off, tired, foggy, not quite like you, this may be why. And now that you know, this is your invitation to ask questions, to advocate for yourself, and to take the next step toward feeling whole again. Part 2, the quiet deficiency stealing your energy. Now let me share something that took me years to understand, and I wish someone had told me sooner. You can eat all the right things. You can fill your plate with fresh vegetables, lean proteins, even take your daily multivitamin, and still wake up feeling like you haven't slept, like your brain is stuck in first gear, like you're watching the world move past you in a fog. At first, it doesn't make sense. You're doing your best. You're following the rules, so why does your body feel like it's barely keeping up? Here's what many people, even doctors, forget to explain. As we age, our bodies don't absorb nutrients the way they used to. By the time we reach our 60s and beyond, the amount of stomach acid we naturally produce drops. And stomach acid isn't just about digestion. It's the key that unlocks nutrients from our food. Without enough of it, essential vitamins and minerals pass right through us, unabsorbed and unnoticed. And slowly, quietly, we become deficient. Not because we're neglecting our health, but because our bodies are changing. Let me walk you through 4 of the most common nutrient deficiencies I see in older adults, and how each one can leave you feeling completely drained. Vitamin B12. This one is vital for brain function and nerve health. When your B12 runs low, and it often does after 60, you may feel forgetful, scattered, or even a little dizzy. Some women are even misdiagnosed with early dementia when the real issue is this one simple vitamin. It's sneaky, but so powerful: iron. You might think low iron isn't a problem anymore since your monthly cycle has stopped, but it's still possible. Things like slow internal bleeding, poor absorption, or inflammation in the gut can quietly wear down your iron stores. The result? You may feel short of breath, your heart might race from just walking across the room, and the smallest tasks leave you winded. Vitamin D, yes, it supports bone health, but did you know it also regulates your mood, immune system, and energy? As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at making vitamin D from sunlight. And if you're staying indoors more often, which many of us do, you're probably not getting enough. Low vitamin D can leave you achy, foggy, and even emotionally low, like there's a cloud hanging just above your shoulders. Magnesium. This one is truly the unsung hero. Magnesium helps regulate your nerves, your sleep, your muscles, even how your body handles stress. But it gets used up quickly, especially when we're under pressure. Without enough, you might feel restless at night, anxious during the day, or like your body never fully relaxes, even when you're lying in bed. The sad part? Most doctors don't routinely test for all of these, especially B12 and magnesium, unless you ask. So what can you do? Start by listening to your body. If you're feeling off, tired, foggy, unusually down, don't ignore it. These quiet deficiencies often whisper before they shout. Ask your doctor for a full panel. Be specific, not just a basic checkup. Ask for B12, iron, vitamin D, and magnesium levels. And if something is low, don't panic. There are safe, simple ways to restore balance, whether through targeted supplements, diet adjustments, or gentle support for your digestion. The point is, you are not powerless. You've lived too long and fought too hard to settle for just being tired all the time. Your energy is worth protecting. Your clarity is worth fighting for. And sometimes the first step toward feeling better isn't about doing more. It's about filling in what's quietly been missing all along. Part 3. Sleep isn't just about time in bed. We've all heard it before. Just get your 8 hours of sleep. So we try. We go to bed at a reasonable hour. We lie there, lights off, eyes closed. And yet, come morning, we feel like we've barely slept at all. You open your eyes, and instead of feeling rested, you feel stiff, foggy, like you've just finished running a marathon in your dreams. Your body aches. Your brain is sluggish. Even your coffee doesn't seem to help like it used to. If that sounds familiar, you're not imagining it. Because when it comes to sleep after 60, it's no longer just about how long you're in bed. It's about how well your body actually rests once you get there. You see, as we age, our body produces less melatonin. That's the hormone that helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. But that's only part of the story. The bigger issue? We also spend less time in deep sleep, the stage of sleep when your body truly repairs itself. Your muscles recover. Your brain clears out toxins. Your immune system resets. It's during deep sleep that your body gets the fuel it needs for the next day. Without enough of it, even 8 hours in bed can leave you feeling half empty. And there's something else. If you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night and around 2 o'clock or 3 a.m., lying there in the dark, thoughts spinning about your health, your family, your finances, that's not just insomnia. That's your body struggling to regulate sleep cycles. Sometimes it's caused by stress or hormone shifts, but often there's an invisible culprit at play: sleep apnea. Most people think sleep apnea is something only overweight men deal with, but that's not true. In fact, many older women silently develop sleep apnea after menopause. The muscles in the throat relax more during sleep. The airway becomes narrow, and without even knowing it, you might be waking up dozens of times a night, gasping for air, even if you don't fully remember it. What does that mean? It means you might be sleeping, but you're not resting. You may feel groggy every morning. You may struggle with balance, memory, or irritability. And no one, and not even your doctor, has suggested looking deeper into your sleep. But I'm here to tell you, you can improve this. You can feel better, more energized, more clear, more present. Start small. Try winding down at least an hour before bed. Turn off screens. Yes, even the TV. Dim the lights. Cool down your bedroom to around 65 degrees, which is ideal for deep sleep. Consider taking a low dose of magnesium glycinate, a gentle mineral that can help calm the nervous system without knocking you out. And if you snore loudly, feel breathless during sleep, or wake up more exhausted than when you went to bed, talk to your doctor about a sleep study. There are at-home tests now that make it easier than ever to detect sleep apnea without spending a night in a lab. Because here's the truth, sleep isn't a luxury. It's a basic need, just like food, water, and air. And after everything you've done in your life, for your family, your work, your community, you deserve the kind of rest that truly restores you. Not someday, not when things slow down, but now. Part 4, the quiet weight of chronic stress. Let's take a deep breath together, because what I'm about to share isn't always easy to talk about, but is something so many of us silently carry. I'm talking about chronic stress, the kind that doesn't shout, but quietly settles into your bones. The kind that builds over years, even decades, until one day, you wake up feeling completely emptied out. As women, especially women of a certain age, we've worn more hats than we can count. We've been the caregiver, the peacemaker, the problem solver. We've raised children, held down jobs, cooked meals, folded laundry, sat in hospital rooms, stayed up late with sick loved ones, and kept going even when we were running on fumes. And for years we told ourselves, when the kids are grown, when I retire, and when life finally slows down, then I'll rest. But here's the truth no one warned us about. Life doesn't always slow down. It simply changes shape. Now we're the ones caring for aging spouses, checking in on grandkids, worrying about our adult children's struggles, watching friends pass away, all while silently wondering, when did I become so tired, so hollow, so invisible? This isn't just about sadness or having too much on your to-do list. This is about your body reacting to years, sometimes decades, of being in survival mode. Every time we worry, every time we push down our needs to care for someone else, our body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. In small doses, it helps us respond to danger. But when cortisol stays elevated for too long, it begins to do harm. It wears down the adrenal glands. It messes with blood sugar. It affects sleep, mood, memory, even digestion. It leaves you tired, foggy, anxious, and emotionally raw. Like your inner battery is stuck at 5% no matter how much you rest. And here's the most painful part. We often blame ourselves. We say things like, I should be stronger. I don't have time to be tired. Or the one that breaks my heart the most. Other people have it worse. I should just be grateful. But my friend would, oh, I know. You don't need permission to feel what you feel. You've been strong for everyone else. It's time to be strong for you. So what can you do? Start by giving yourself something most women rarely offer themselves. Grace. You don't have to fix everything today, but you do have the right to say, I'm tired. I need help. I matter too. Find one thing that brings you peace. A quiet walk, a favorite book, a few minutes in the garden, or even just sitting in the sun with a cup of tea. Give your nervous system space to breathe. And if the emotional weight feels too heavy to carry alone, reach out to a friend, a therapist, a support group, or even your doctor. You are not weak for needing support. You are wise for seeking it, because emotional exhaustion isn't just in your head, it's in your body, your hormones, your heart. And once you begin to care for that inner world with the same compassion you've shown to everyone else, something beautiful starts to happen. Your energy begins to return. Your smile feels more real. You begin to feel like you again. Part 5, the blood sugar trap. No one talks about. Let me ask you something simple. Have you ever felt that wave of exhaustion hit you? Not at night, but right after breakfast? You woke up, got dressed, maybe even felt a little hopeful about the day. Then suddenly around 10 o'clock a.m., it's like a curtain dropped. Your eyes got heavy, your brain slowed down. And all you could think was, why am I already so tired? It's not just aging, and no, you're not lazy. What you're feeling might be the result of something happening deep inside your body. Something no one talks about enough. Blood sugar imbalance. Now I know what you might be thinking, but I don't have diabetes. And that might be true. But here's what I've learned, especially in women after menopause. You don't need to have diabetes to struggle with blood sugar ups and downs. After 60, our bodies naturally become less sensitive to insulin, the hormone that helps move sugar from the blood into our cells for energy. That means even a normal breakfast, like toast, fruit, or a bowl of cereal, can cause your blood sugar to spike, then crash just a couple hours later. And when it crashes, so do you. Suddenly you're foggy, irritable, drained. You may crave something sweet, or feel shaky, or need another cup of coffee just to keep going. Sound familiar? Most of us have no idea we're riding this invisible roller coaster all day long. You eat something quick in the morning, you crash by mid-morning, you reach for a snack, then crash again after lunch. And by the time evening comes, you're not just physically tired, you're emotionally worn thin. Here's the part that shocked me most. Some of the healthiest meals I used to eat were the worst for my energy. A bowl of oatmeal and banana, blood sugar spike. Just toast and jam, spike. Even my healthy granola with almond milk, spike. So what can we do? The key is to balance your plate, especially first thing in the morning. Start your day with protein and healthy fats. Think eggs, Greek yogurt, nut butter, avocado, even a protein shake if you're in a rush. Instead of reaching for just carbs, combine them. Want an apple? Add a few almonds. Craving toast? Pair it with an egg or a little peanut butter. Making a smoothie? Toss in chia seeds or unsweetened protein powder. And no, you don't have to give up everything you love. You're not on a diet. You're learning to fuel your body in a way that keeps you steady, alert, and calm. Because here's what happens when your blood sugar stays balanced. No more post-meal crashes. No more sudden mood swings. No more needing that third cup of coffee just to feel like yourself. And when your body stops working against you, you finally start feeling like you again. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. Your energy isn't disappearing for no reason. Sometimes it's just trapped behind habits that no longer serve your changing body. But the good news, you can change those habits, one meal at a time. Part 6, is your medicine making you tired? Let's talk about something most people never suspect, especially not those of us who have done everything right. You go to the doctor, you follow their advice, you take the pills they prescribe exactly the way you're told. One for your blood pressure, one for cholesterol, maybe something to help you sleep, something for anxiety, for pain, for your heart. And one day you realize you don't feel like yourself anymore. You're more tired than usual. You feel foggy, slower. Your energy's unpredictable, and your memory isn't what it used to be. You wonder if it's just age or something more. Here's the truth most doctors don't say out loud. Some medications, even the ones meant to help us, can quietly drain our energy. Let's start with beta blockers, often prescribed for high blood pressure or heart issues. They help by slowing your heart rate, but they can also slow everything else. Your metabolism, your focus, even your motivation. You might feel calm, but also a little too calm, sluggish, heavy. Then there are statins, medications used to lower cholesterol. They've saved many lives, yes, but for some people, they come with side effects like muscle aches, fatigue, or brain fog. If you've ever felt sore for no reason or noticed your memory slipping after starting a statin, you're not imagining it. Antidepressants are another one. They can help lift the weight of sadness, but sometimes they also flatten your emotional range. You stop feeling deeply sad, but you also stop feeling joyful or energized. And no one tells you that the numbness could be coming from the pill, not the depression. Sleep medications, they help you drift off, but many leave behind a hangover effect the next morning. Even if you technically slept 8 hours, you wake up feeling foggy, unsteady, or like you never fully rested. Even over-the-counter medications can play a role. Antihistamines, allergy pills, even some painkillers. All can make you feel drowsy or disconnected without you realizing it. Now, please hear me clearly. I'm not saying you should stop taking your medication. Never stop a prescription without speaking to your doctor. Some of these medications are essential and life-saving. But what I am saying is this: you have the right to ask questions. You have the right to say, I don't feel like myself since starting this. You have the right to review every single pill in your cabinet and ask, is this helping or could it be hurting? Sometimes the solution is as simple as adjusting the dose. Sometimes there's a better alternative. And sometimes with the right lifestyle changes, you might be able to reduce your dependence altogether. The key is to start the conversation. Bring a full list of all your medications, prescription and over-the-counter, to your next appointment. Ask your doctor or pharmacist, could any of these be making me tired? You might be surprised by how often the answer is yes, because here's the truth. You don't have to accept constant fatigue as your new normal. You've earned the right to feel good, to have energy, clarity, and joy. Not just to survive, but to thrive. Sometimes it's not about doing more. It's about finally understanding what's been weighing you down. And when you do, you might just feel the light return. If you've ever felt unseen in your struggles or tired without answers, leave the word hope below. It's more than just a comment. It's a quiet light for someone else passing through the same darkness. Together, we remind each other that better days are still possible. Maybe no one ever told you this, but constant exhaustion is not something you have to accept. It's not a weakness. It's not just getting older. It's a quiet cry from your body asking you to listen. Maybe for the first time in decades, for so long you've carried others, you've shown up, you've pushed through, you've stayed strong even when your own energy was slipping away. And now here you are, wondering when it will finally be your turn to feel whole again. Let me tell you this. That time is now. Your fatigue has a story. And in that story are threads of hormone shifts, missing nutrients, shallow sleep, silent stress, forgotten medications, and blood sugar highs and lows. But also in that story is hope. Hope that things can get better. Hope that by understanding your body, you can start feeling like yourself again, steady, awake, and deeply alive. Because growing older isn't the end of energy. It's the beginning of a wiser relationship with your body. One where you stop ignoring the whispers. One where you finally say, I matter too. So today I leave you with this. Fatigue doesn't mean you're broken. It means your body is asking to be heard. And when you start listening, really listening, healing begins. If this video helped you feel seen or gave you something to think about, please give it a thumbs up. It truly helps more people find this message. Share it with a friend, a sister, or someone in your life who might be feeling the same quiet exhaustion. And don't forget to subscribe for more gentle, honest conversations about health, healing, and hope. Your story matters, and here, you're never alone.